Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this week we are going to look at the first type of letter, that is writing an inquiry letter, as well as writing the reply of an inquiry letter. Now, before I begin explaining about writing an inquiry letter, the process of a routine business letter is as such. When do we actually write an inquiry letter? Because we write an inquiry letter when we want to purchase some goods for the company. Normally, the person who is in charge in writing this kind of letter is the procurement officer, whereby you are going to purchase few goods based on the agreement that you came up with during a meeting, for example, or it could also be an instruction for your from your superior or from your HR department or even from the company itself. So before writing or before purchasing any goods for the company, the first thing that you need to do is to write an inquiry letter. And there are many reasons as to why we need to write an inquiry letter. Is perhaps we just want to get to know the company that we would like to purchase those items or goods from. Also, we would like to find out whether those items or goods are still available. Perhaps we would like to talk about some arrangement in terms of the price, in terms of discounts, purchasing them in bulks, etc. So once we have written that letter, the company that sells those goods will be replying our letter, and that will be the second part of this routine business letter, and that is to write a reply of that inquiry letter. And normally, as a company that sells goods or items, we will enclose together with a brochure or a pamphlet that gives further information about the items that we are selling. But for the purpose of EWC 662, if let's say the question asks you to write a reply to an inquiry letter, you do not create your own brochure or pamphlets. Instead, you will include all those things in the letter. All right. And once it's done, and the next step is, of course, being a procurement officer, you will table or retable again the choices that you have getting from brochures or replies from other companies about the goods that you would like to purchase, and then choose and then you will decide together with the members of the meeting which company that you would like to that you are keen with the deal given. And once you have decided on which company, then of course the last procedure is for you to write a procurement letter. And a procurement letter functions as the formal letter of you purchasing those items. Maybe this is the time that you are going to write specific details, such as number of items that you would like to purchase, the discount that have that was mentioned in the previous letter or in the reply or agreed upon, and some other things that you would like to finalize in your procurement letter. So this is the process. So we are going to look at the first part, which is writing an inquiry letter. Now, letters of inquiry describe what the writer wants and why, and the more unusual the request, the more convincing the reason needs to be. Of course, the subject heading should be something like this, the title of the letter, inquiry about textbooks, request for brochure, query about the website, question regarding product components, etc. Your title should be short, simple, and sweet. It cannot be lengthy. It cannot contain too much of information. Otherwise, it defeats the whole purpose of writing that letter in the beginning. Now, the first paragraph functions as the introduction paragraph. However, you are going to write your letter, you must bring yourself back to the 4-point plan that I have explained previously. Every types of letter. So even if I mention here the first paragraph, in your mind, you should know this is the introduction or introductory paragraph. Yeah, I hope you still remember the 4-point plan. Yeah, the first paragraph must be the introduction. The second paragraph has to be the details. The third paragraph has to be the action, and of course, the last paragraph is the closing or the closure. Now, in your first paragraph, you should be telling reader what you want actually, because it's an inquiry letter. So please send me for things that the organization offers to send. I would be grateful if you could tell me I'm writing to inquire. I would especially like to know, could you also, okay, these are some of the phrases that you can actually apply for your first paragraph. Your second paragraph tells the reader why you are contacting his or her organization and gives further details of the inquiry. This is the part that you write the details of your inquiry, but the details are not really that specific because this is still an inquiry letter. The first part of writing a business a routine business letter is where you inquire something in general. You do not let them know yet in details what are the things that you want. Okay, so these are the things that you can write in your letter. There are two reasons why you may contact an organization. Either you have contacted this organization before and want to again, or you have not contacted this organization before but you have heard about them. You should describe from where, such as from an advert or a recommendation, so on and so forth. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the final paragraph. This would be, it should contain the action, all right, that you would like to take upon in writing this inquiry letter. So some of the things that you can actually look at, and of course, some samples that I can share with you. But please bear in mind, this sample does not actually follow the format, the full block format that we are actually using. Yeah? As I mentioned to you before, it depends on how you write that letter and from which company, which country. A lot of things can be the factors of choosing the format of a letter or business letter. All right, follow-up activity. So I would like you to go to this website and then do the online exercise, okay? And screenshot your exercise as a proof and embed in the reply post on Island. But here, not Island, we have changed the you future. All right, so I will create that post and I would like you to reply there. And this is the second activity where you are going to write an inquiry letter. Please read the details and write this letter. It can be you can do this on your own, or you can just pair up with your friends if you want to. All right, that's all. Thank you.